Hey, it's Alan, and it's March, and I'm here at Kawartha Highlands Park, and it's gorgeous out here. Like, it's just 0 degrees right now. I'm doing 2 nights. No tent, no hammock. I'm just gonna make a shelter with the tarp. Hopefully make a little raised bed. It's supposed to be warm today, like +8, which is super nice for March. Tonight it's supposed to be warm-ish, like down to around freezing, like 0 degrees Celsius. But then tomorrow night it's supposed to go down to -12. So I'm gonna have to make sure I'm warm tomorrow night. So I got my sled behind me. As far as I could tell, I'm the only one out here. There was no one else in the parking lot, so I'm just following the snowmobile trail. And then I'm gonna cut off into the bush here pretty soon. I'll keep you posted. Topography is going to be important. I'm not hiking up those steep hills behind me with this sled, so I'm going to try to get around them up here and see if there's a nice cliff face on the other side. I want to camp against like a nice rock face so I can put my fire against it and get some warmth that way. A little bit of protection, but not this close to the trail. So I'm going to go around this little elevation here and see if I can find a spot. I'm watching the trees to see where the elevation is. So I'm just going to pan you around here. So you can see those trees sort of go down a little bit. So I think I'm going to go up this little hill, head back in that way. Whew. We already got the coat off. It's pulling along, but it's rough terrain in here. You can't even hear. It's moving well. Alright, so prioritize. When you're camping, you have to know what you want to do first. I'm going to shovel out this area. I'm going to shovel down, see how deep the snow is. And then I'm going to collect some firewood because there's nothing like having a fire when you're just wet or tired or whatever. And so just in case, I put my foot through a creek once before, right up to my knees, and I needed a fire to dry out my boots and my socks. You don't want to have to find firewood, make a fire when you're cold and wet. So first things first, dig, then fire, then shelter. Hey, fire is going. Boom. Next thing for me to do is to get a shelter going and organize camp. Look at this mess. So I'm going to flatten down this snow right here, I think, or just shovel it out just a little bit. And then I'm going to get some logs and I'm going to build a little bit of a raised bed right here. I'm going to build the bed first, and then I'm going to put my tarp up second, so that I'm sure it fits under there. So yeah, let's see how this goes. You wouldn't think you would need snowshoes, but I'll show you how deep the snow is. You can see up here, it's getting past my knees right there when I went to get a little bit of birch bark. The snow is deep. You need the snowshoes. You just do. Here's what I've done so far. So I got my sled there, got my shelter there. I like it. It's nice. It's kind of got a convertible feel to it. I'll show you in a minute here. I got my chair, some of my tools. There's my food right now. Everything else is hanging up. Got a little bit of wood going. Got some water on the boil right down in here. And I'll show you what I mean about this. This shelter is nice because if it were to get like rainy or really bad, I could take this, pull it straight out, tie it up over there, and then I'll have way more protection if it was really windy or rainy. Might rain, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, this is how it's going so far. And like, it's one of those things where sometimes things go wrong when you're winter camping. You just have to realize it's not going to be perfect. You just have to be ready for it. So like, for example, when my straps on my sled broke, so I had to fix that. And then it's wet everywhere. You can't keep dry. So I have to keep sort of drying my boots just because it's melty. And so all the snow is just melting and getting your feet wet no matter what. Little things. It's the little things. But as long as you stay calm and you plan it out, it's always going to be okay. Oh, it's warming up my lap. Sausage, cheese, potatoes, onions, peppers, garlic salt, paprika, salt and pepper. I'm going to put a little bit of maple syrup on it. Look at that. Bon appetit. It is dark out. I got my fire going. I got lots of firewood. I got some there, and I got some down there. I got my bed sort of all ready to go. Right there, my shelter. I'm gonna put like some stuff back in there. You can't even see that probably. It's glorious out here. It's so quiet. This is why you winter camp. There's nobody. It's just no noise at all. It's almost eerie, but I love it. Made it through the night. It is about 7 o'clock, and the night was okay. Like, I fell out of bed once, actually. I rolled right out down here. It was my fault. I'm a mover in the middle of the night. And the coyotes were loud from about 3:30 on. They were all over, up on this hill, back here. They were going crazy. But I made it. I was warm. Had to get up and stoke the fire a few times. So now I'm going to get up, get the fire going again, and make myself some oatmeal. Can't wait. And a hot drink, I think. And a hot drink. It's gotta be almost 8. And I had some breakfast. It was so good. Oatmeal in the morning, hot oatmeal in the morning when it's cold, is so good. It's about maybe 1 degree Celsius. It's just above freezing right now. And here's the priorities for the morning. So I think I'm going to go for a hike. The sun is getting up right over there. It's rising, so I'm going to go that way. See if I can catch it a little bit. I'm going to throw on my snowshoes because the snow is still really, really deep. And then it's going to be firewood. And then, like, make some improvements. I'm going to move that fire closer. I'm going to try putting my tarp over top of the fire a little bit more. I'm going to put some pegs in the back of my bed so that my mat doesn't move around as much tomorrow night and I don't fall. So those will be the priorities for today. And just enjoy my time out here. Oh, finish my book. Definitely going to finish my book. This is the wetland / stream. I think I'm going to try to follow this one out tomorrow when I leave. I think if I go that way, it'll take me back to the trail instead of having to go through the forest and up and down the hills with my poke sled. I don't know how frozen it is. It looks pretty solid. But with my snowshoes on, because I'm distributing so much weight, I'm not really worried. And I'll just stay close to shore. So it's supposed to be 8 degrees today, Celsius, but minus 13 or something tonight. So I imagine tomorrow it'll still be frozen. So head that way tomorrow. But for now, I'm going to go see if I can see that sunrise right over there. Heading that way. I'll show you in a minute. But look, my snowshoes are not even going through the top layer of crust right now. we are gonna make some fresh bread. So I got some flour, a little bit of yeast, salt, and a little bit of sugar in a bag. And I'm just gonna put in a little bit of warm water. It's actually pretty hot. I always put in too much, which is why I always bring a little bit of extra flour, just in case. I'm just gonna dump a little bit of this in here. And a little bit of oil. See how well this goes. And then I'm gonna leave it in the sun. It's gonna warm up all day, and it's gonna rise hopefully. And then I'm gonna either make some bread on a stick, or maybe I'll put it over the fire. Maybe I'll put it in some aluminum foil. I haven't decided yet. We'll see how it turns out. All right, just about to get some lunch ready. Got grilled cheese and bacon on the menu. Got a little platform here. I'm gonna let that fire die down a little bit so it's just a little bit warm. Got this delicious bacon, grilled cheese. Cheese is all melty, bacon is crisp. Bread's crisp, a little bit of ketchup. That's so good. It is about, I don't know, 4 o'clock. It's March. I'm in Kawartha Highlands, winter camping by myself with no tent. I'm gonna give you a quick tour of the whole site. There's not much to see, but here we go anyways. So this is the shelter. Let me show you the features of the shelter. Raised bed, storage underneath. We got some little pegs in the ground there to stop me from rolling out of bed. Again, convertible roof to give myself a little bit of extra shelter if I need it from the wind or the rain. Nice little living area right here with a nice chair. It has a built-in fireplace right now, boiling some water against this nice rock that I have going on there. And look, I got some bread on the rise right now that I'm making from scratch. Over here you have the wood yard. You can see some wood in production right now. And then, of course, we have the open kitchen right here that we use for cooking, storing food, boiling water, etc. Right now all the food's put away. And then there's the tool area right around here. There's lots of storage here. We got some hanging space for our different items. Storage over here as well. It's very open. It's very open. I like it quite a bit. Okay, here's what we're doing for supper tonight. I got that fettuccine alfredo, that freeze-dried one. I'm gonna make that. And then I got a little bit of, I'm gonna make like some bannock sides, like some biscuits out of this bread that I've been working on all day, trying to get it to rise. It looks pretty good. Gonna throw some bacon and cheese in there. A little bit of butter, maple syrup. Cook that all together. Might throw an apple slice or two in there with it. And then I will eat that with my fettuccine. It's gonna be good. Bags right here for freeze-dried meals in the winter a while ago, and it makes a huge difference because you got to let that sit for 15 minutes to rehydrate them. And if it gets cold, because it's cold out here, then it just doesn't hydrate properly. So threw that in there. That's gonna sit. Check out the color I'm getting on those biscuits. The bacon is cooking. This one's gonna be good. Here's the meal. Just put some maple syrup on it. Got some bacon, fresh biscuits. Look at those. They look so good. A little bit of melted cheese, steaming hot fettuccine alfredo with chicken. It is a meal. Well, it is almost 9 and it's cold and windy still. So I got all of my cold weather measures going out. My hot water bottle tucked in, and I moved my fire nice and close That's how close it is. The big stack of wood right there. Be stoking that all night. I'll see you in the morning. It's about 6 in the morning. There's been some howling and some hooting just this morning. But I stayed warm all night. I have this fire going. It's like right outside my shelter and I can feel it on my face. It's so warm. And it's probably -6 or 7. I don't think you can see my thermometer or not. It's like 1 degree up there. It's -7 probably out there. So it's definitely warmer. When the fire dies down, you could feel it for sure. I'm going to try to get up and get some breakfast. Keep moving. Whew, I made it. I followed that creek all the way out. It was a lot of like up and down. It was a little bumpy, but I made it. Some problems, and my reward for making it back. Treats on the way home. So that's it. That's my 2-night trip, Kawartha Highlands. Bye for now.